Hello friends, welcome back to the Academy. In this session, we are going to talk about new features added for Anypoint Datagraph. So Anypoint Datagraph is basically a single endpoint where we can query multiple APIs in one API call. Okay, so here you can send the query based on your requirement. You'll get the response what you are expecting. Okay, not more, not less. Okay. So as I said, we get a single endpoint. So we'll be, per environment, we'll be having only one Datagraph endpoint. So few things we'll try to see here. So new features which are added till now, before this feature added, we used to get only get method. Okay, now that means we only able to query the data from the REST APIs. Now they are supporting mutation also. Mutation is nothing but supporting to post method. Okay, so we'll be able to create resources now. Till now we used to query only. Now we can go ahead and create the resources also. Apart from that, we'll see how to request the access to that Datagraph endpoint, how to use the query variable when querying the data from the REST APIs. We'll see how we can monitor this data, Datagraph endpoint in the endpoint monitoring, and then we'll see how we can secure it. Okay, so if you want to apply different security, by default it will be secured by client ID enforcement. So we'll see how we can do that. So for that, we need to have API specification in the exchange. Okay, so I'll encourage everyone to go through my previous sessions about the data graph and then come back to this. Okay, and I'll encourage everyone to please subscribe the channel, hit the like button, hit the bell icon so that you get notification to all the future upcoming videos. Okay, let's jump on to the demo part. So first I'll show you what I have done in my. So let's jump on to the. I'll go to my Anypoint platform first. Okay, so you can see in my design I have a simple API for customer. Okay, so this is the. You make sure that you have data type defined in your API specification. Otherwise, for while querying, selecting fields is not possible. Okay, so make sure you have data type defined and you are using that data type in either in response or in the body of the post method. Then only you'll be able to see the fields over there in the query. Okay. Now I have this schema, very simple schema. So where I have get and post method for customers and get method for the URL parameter. Okay. Now I have published this to my exchange. So you can see that in my exchange, you'll find the exchange. So yeah, this is the exchange where you can see my API. Now the UI of the exchange also got changed. So you can see here table and development option now. Okay, for each API. Here, yeah. So that's about the publishing or API to exchange. Now, once your API specification is available in exchange, you'll be able to add this to your data graph. Okay, so let's jump on to the data graph first. Here we go to data graph. Okay, so let's go to the data graph first. We'll say add API. So we'll select customer registry. Okay, let's go ahead and select it. Now we'll select the latest version. That is my 1.0. Confirm selection. Now you can use a mocking service. I have not implemented this API, so we can work with the mocking service also. Okay. So I have used mocking service here. Where to find this URL? You can put here to your. You can go to your get endpoint, and from here you can copy this URL till M, right? Till here you can put it there in the URL section of your data graph. Okay. Yes. So let's say configure security now. We have not applied any security, so go ahead and apply no all. Now the edit schema. Now you can see here we are getting two methods. One is customer and second is for customer by ID. So customers will be querying all the customers and customer by ID will be querying only single customer. And now see here other than query, we are getting mutation. So mutation will create, that means the post. So now post operation also is supported by our Anypoint Datagraph. Okay, so let's go ahead and edit the schema. So if you edit the schema, it will take some time. Okay, so let's check everything first. We are adding this API to an Anypoint unified schema. So it will take some time. Till that time, I'll take a pause over here. Okay, see here, it will take some time. Okay, so I'll take a pause. Once this is up to date, we will resume our session. It's up to date now. Let's go ahead and request access for running our operation. It can be query or it can be mutation. So once you say click on run operation, it will ask you to create a client application. Just like when you put access for our APIs, here also the endpoint will be created, and that endpoint will be secured by client ID and client secret. Okay. So I will say next because I don't have any applications. I will create immediately. And here I will just say, access, verifying credentials. Okay. Now if you see here, I can. Okay. So now I have two options here. See, query and mutation. Earlier, this mutation was not supported by our Anypoint Datagraph. Now it's supported. Okay. So let's go ahead and first query. Okay. So immediately you see here, we are getting customer. Okay, if you go inside customer, you can see that first name. Now, what advantage we are getting here? Now, for example, I want only first name. You can go with the first name, so you will get only first name as output. Okay, see here. If you want in last name as well here, you can go ahead and ask for that. So based on your query, you will get the output. Okay. Now here we'll go ahead and include by query, and we'll use our function called. This time we'll say customer by ID. Okay. And when we are seeing customer by ID, we'll be passing the our ID parameter here. So see here, we'll be for ID parameter. We will say colon and double quote. We pass 1 digit. Okay. Now if you go here inside, now here you can say, okay, I want a first name and there we will get that user details. Here we can pass the query variable also. How we can pass that query variable? You can see how we can pass the query variable. So during query itself, we can say, so during query here, we'll say simply, see here, and here we can pass the what we want. We want the order the ID. You can go ahead and define ID here, and you can say that it's basically a string. Okay, go ahead and test it. Now this variable you can use it here. Okay, and use it here, and I'll pass that query variable value. The option also, I can go ahead and I can say it's going to validation error. So variable $ID for okay, now you can see. So I made a mistake. I need to pass this explanatory after the string. So this is the way we use the query variable. We have some simple query also without this query variable. Now third option we'll see how to run the mutation. Okay, so now everything. You go ahead and say mutation. Now go inside with the mutation. We'll see that we can create the customer now. Okay. So the syntax is we need to pass input. Okay. And inside the input, we'll be passing the object. Okay. So they're creating object. So let me copy the object from my go ahead and keep the same object. Okay. So and we don't need here double quotes. Okay. Double quotes for the key values. The key values. Starting this body now, and then we create this customer. We can see your customer has been created successfully. Okay, now you can see the history also here. Okay, so how many queries you ran. Now, if you wanted to see the trace the query, how much time it took, you can go ahead and say run. You'll be able to see how much is created here. It started 7 milliseconds, finished 136. Okay, so you can trace the query also, and you can go ahead and see the response log. It will take you to the data log section here. It will show you that. Okay, log you can see here. Now next point we'll see. Okay, so the contract I was talking about, client application got created, and your Datagraph endpoint will be secure. So here you will find Datagraph administration section. Okay, and here you will see that your Datagraph endpoint is secure with client ID and person. So that's where you can change. You can make it SLA-based, and you can see here contract. This is the application which we have created, and this application has the client ID client. Okay, and this is your Datagraph endpoint. The resource path will be always /GraphQL. Okay. Now, so this is how we can see our contract and the credentials over here, and we are seeing which policies default applied on the Datagraph in endpoint. Now we can see this. Okay, in Anypoint monitoring also, we can monitor this endpoint. How many requests were served by this endpoint? Okay, how many failures you can see here? Which client application? Here, client application. This is the client ID. Okay, from which IP, and data retention is 1 hour here. So that you need to make a note of it. And the data retention period is 1 hour, and you can monitor your Datagraph endpoint from here. Okay, so you can get the overview here, and request, failure, performance, client application. From here, we can monitor our Datagraph. Okay. So that's all from this session. Hope you liked it. Hope you got it full. So please, hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon so that you get notification to the coming future videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.